another week of Eagles football, week 13. Let's just get out of the gates real quick. It's been a sorry year so far. There's no way to say about it. I mean, culminated by just getting beat by the Patriots. I lost a bet even to that, where the Eagles just flat out just got beat. I'm gonna have to, lose a bet to some Patriots fan where I was thinking Patriots had it work, probably. That's just embarrassing. Things that we're saying, we're not backing up with our play, that just stinks. It just looks like we're kind of giving up. That's not cool. A lot of questions are going to need to be answered. Now, I'm not giving up on our season. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. I know, I'm thinking in the back of my head, Dallas, they got to play the Giants twice. They got to play us. The Giants, they got to play Green Bay and a couple other hard games. Yeah, is there still this outside possibility that the Eagles can do something? Yeah, there is, and you got to watch other games. I'll be watching the game tonight as the Eagles play the Seahawks. But then things start to irk you a little bit. I think, I've heard Trevor Laws saying that it should be an easy game. We should win. Look at our schedule. Like, there's a lot of easy games. There's games we had to play against Arizona. That's just one of them. There's a lot of easy games out there. You can't be saying stuff like that. We're 4-7. They're 4-7. Fact of the matter is, we could lose to them. We're flying out there, short rest, not playing that good football. We're not. So instead of worrying about all that stuff and talking about that, it's a sad state when you got to start thinking about next season, or even how we're going to handle the rest of this season. I remember when the Eagles were 3-13, 5-11. Didn't mean I was less of an Eagles fan, but you have to start preparing yourself for what the future's going to be, so you don't get, too down about the present right now. So one thing I'm thinking about is, if I had to take my pick, who would I want to win the NFC East? Now, of course, I'm the Eagles all the way, right? But I want to start getting some feedback from people. Now, I know me personally, I never want Dallas to win the division. Never. And do we turn into, Giant supporters because we just hate Dallas that much? So you, the fan, you, the Eagles fan, who would you rather support if you had a choice? If the Eagles don't win the NFC East, who wins it, right? But then we want to dip in a little bit to who do you want to say and who do you want to go? We have a lot of questions that need to be answered. You got, of course, Andy Reid. Everybody's thinking, do we want him to stay? Do we want him to go? We got defensive coordinator Juan Castillo, first year. Do we think this first year jitters, or do we want to see him go? We got a lot of our players that we're going to want to see how they perform even when we're down. Do we want to keep them, or do we want to send them packing? Like, there's a big question on Deshaun Jackson. There's questions of people in our defense. Do we have the defense to really build on, like a Jamar Chaney, Casey Matthews? Do we want to see him develop? Some of the people on our line, some of the people on our secondary, who are our safeties going to be? Who are we looking at in college football that can help us out a lot? Because we need help right now. We really do. So instead of getting really down about things, let's look at the offensive defense. Let's look at Mike Vick. What are we going to do? Are we going to draft a quarterback? The guy gets hurt by the way that he plays. Vince Young's probably not going to be here next year. Or do we swap it around? I mean, there's so many questions that we have here in Philadelphia with our football team on how we go forward. We can take these next couple of weeks to start to come up with some answers, at least. Make it a little more fun, because we got to do something in these next couple of weeks. And like I said before, this is our team. This is our city. I was here before whoever era, the Joe Banner and Andy Reid and whatever, and I'll be here after them. What are we going to do with our team long term? Or do we kind of back in the Rodney Peete, Ty Detmer, Bobby Hoying era, where we just throw people in and just hope we have some really fun times and just go from there? So as Eagles fans, what do we see for our future? And as football fans, what do we do to get through the next couple of weeks so we don't go crazy? Outside of that, it's down here in Philly. This is what it's like being a frustrated Eagles fan. You're just kind of out in the cold by yourself sometimes. And, I'll take that. But what do we do? What do we do going forward? So I'm done with this video for today. I'm done with my camera falling over. I'm done being cold. And what do we do moving forward? Go Birds today. I hope you win. I don't think I ever hope you lose, but it's time for a rough time. Time for getting ready for an off-season. That's a little bit longer than we all expected. Have a good day, guys, and good luck.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to